Welcome students. We are continuing with our chapter acid, base and salt. So in the previous classes we have studied about the pH scale, what is pH scale, how pH scale help us to classify the acids and bases. On the basis of pH scale only we have classified on the basis of pH scale only we have classified the acids and bases as weak acid, strong acid and weak bases and strong bases. Then we have also studied about the significance of pH scale in our daily life. How in our daily life that pH scale can affect. Okay, so different things we have studied that how it is important in our digestive system, how to control how to stop the decaying of our teeth. Okay, by using the pH scale value. Also, we have studied about that some of the pH scale is very important for cultivation or for agriculture purpose also. Okay, also the pH scale is important for animals and plants also because they use the acids as their weapon in order to protect themselves, okay, such as ant, bees, okay, madhumakhi bees, all these have in their sting they contain the acids there. Okay, so these were some of the significance of the uses of the pH scale in our daily life. Now let's move further and see about the salts and what are the application of the salts in our daily life. Okay, so we are going to study about the salts in this particular session, and we will see that how they are useful in our daily life. Okay, so let's start. So salts. So what are these salts? The substances, the substances which are produced or formed by the combination of a acidic substance and basic substance during a neutralization process. Neutralization process. Okay, so the substances which are formed or produced by the combination of an acidic substance or a basic substance, and this process, the process during which they are combining with each other to form salt, that is known as neutralization process, is called salt. Is called salt. Now, the salts, as we have studied in the previous classes, that salts can be of three types, that is acid salt, neutral salt, and basic salts. Okay, three salts can be there: acidic salt, basic salt, and neutral salt. On the basis of the components which are present in that, it means that if OH ion is being present in a salt, then it is a basic salt. If H plus ion is present in a salt, then it is a basic salt, acidic salt. Or the other definition was that when strong acid was combining with strong base, then a neutral salt was obtained. Okay, when a strong acid was combining with a weak base, then an acidic salt was obtained. And when weak acid was combined with a strong base, then basic salt was obtained. Okay, so these were the three types of salt which we have studied previously. Now I am going to classify now the salts on the basis of the anions which they are containing. Okay, on the basis of the anions which they are containing, and they are termed as according to the basis of, when we are going to classify the salts on the according to the basis of their anions present in them, then we are terming it as, we term them as the families of salt. We term them as families of salts. Okay, so the families of salt can be chlorides, carbonates, hydrogen carbonate, or bicarbonates, or we call them as bicarbonates, then sulfates, hydrogen sulfates, okay, hydrogen sulfates, nitrates, and many more, etc. Okay, so here the salts are being classified according to the basis of their components which they are containing there. Okay, let us say that we are saying that sodium chloride is there. Sodium chloride is there. So here we can see that its chemical formula becomes NaCl. Sodium nitrate is there. Then its chemical formula becomes NaNO3. Okay. Potassium nitrate is there. Potassium nitrate. KNO3. Okay. Potassium sulfate is there. Potassium sulfate. KSO4. Potassium hydrogen sulfate is there. Magnesium hydrogen sulfate is there. Magnesium hydrogen sulfate. Then the formula here becomes MgHSO4. Okay. Similarly, if I am taking hydrogen sulfates, okay, sorry, hydrogen carbonates, then the formula for carbonates, we can take formulas such as calcium carbonate, calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Okay, calcium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, no, uh, sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate. Then its formula will become NaHCO3. But when we are forming sodium carbonate, then two molecules of sodium will be required out here. Okay, sodium carbonate, then Na2CO3 will be its chemical formula. Okay, so like this, different formulas can be found out for different types of salts. Many different types of salts are there: chlorides, bromides, fluorides, iodides. Okay, these are all halide salts, halogen salts. Okay, carbonate salts, oxide salts contains carbonates, sulfates, okay, nitrates, nitro salts. All these are the example of your families of the salts. Now let's move and see which are some of the important salts, and what are the different applications they are having, and the products which we are using in our daily life, which are made from these salts. So one of the important salt which has a very good significance in our daily life, that is common salt. The salt is common salt. You are very much familiar with it, as it is nothing other than sodium chloride. and its chemical formula is NaCl. Okay, its chemical formula is NaCl. So let's talk about common salt. So common salt, what is the occurrence of common salt? So common salt, or we also call them as table salt. Okay, we also term them as table salt. So this common salt or table salt is prepared generally or maximum in maximum, the maximum part of the salt is prepared by the sea water only. Okay, it is prepared by the sea water. Okay, what we are doing, we are collecting the sea water in ponds. Okay, structures are formed near the sea shores, where pond like structures are found, where there the sea water is being collected, and it is let off to dry or evaporate, and after the evaporation of the water, there a thick layer of salt is left out there, which is brownish in color. Okay, which is brownish in color due to containing some impurities there. So that particular layer which has been formed out, the salt layer which has been formed out after the evaporation of seawater, that contains many different types of salt. It is a mixture of many different types of salt. Okay, so that particular salt is taken to the factories, where the sodium chloride is been separated from that salt, and pure NaCl is been obtained out there. Pure NaCl is been obtained out there. The common salt or NaCl can also be mined. Okay, have you heard about rock salt? Okay, have you heard about rock salt? In your home, you have seen that large lumps of salt is there. Generally, we bring them from the stores. Okay, and we break them into smaller pieces, and then we use them. In general, we call them as senda namak also. Okay, so what is this rock salt? So rock salts are nothing other than the salts that are deposited deposited in the earth's crust, in the earth's crust due to the due to the old seas which have been now not present due to their extinction. Means the old seas. Okay, the seas or the old large lakes. Okay, large lakes which are containing salt contents in them, in that particular areas, what happened when the seas got dried up, whole sea gets dried up, then the salt which are present in that particular sea, they get deposited in the form of rocks there. Okay, when long time is being passed out, then what happens, this salt which is present there, it converts into rock form. Okay, and this kind of rock salts are generally seen in the area of the Himalayan regions of Pakistan. Okay, a very large deposit is there. In other parts of the world is also present, but a large deposit is present in it is present in the region of the Himalayan mountains. Okay, so that particular salts, they are mined up from there, just like other metals and all these things. We have to mine the salt from there, and then we use this particular salt. But this salt is having very less amount of percentage of the NaCl. Means if I am saying that 100% if you are using, then only about 2 to 3% of the rock salt is been used in that, and left other are the salt which we are getting from our seawater only. Okay, so seawater salt is having a very large use in our daily life. As NaCl is there, you can see that the chemical formula for common salt is NaCl. Okay, sodium and chloride both are there. So this particular salt are they generally, the common salt generally behaves means they are the raw materials for many of the different products which we use in our daily life. Okay, they are the raw products for preparation of many more substances which we prepare, which we use in our daily life. So let's see what are the different products which can be obtained or which can be prepared by using this NaCl, for which they act as raw material. So the first product is sodium hydroxide, which is formed by using NaCl. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Okay, NaOH. Okay, so this is the particular method from in which we are using NaCl to prepare the sodium hydroxide. Okay, and this process is known as chlor alkali method. Okay, it is known as chlor alkali method. In this process, chlor alkali. Okay, chlor alkali method. Okay, now in this process, what we are doing, we are taking NaCl's aqueous solution. Okay, NaCl's aqueous solution, and then the electrolysis of the NaCl's aqueous solution, which is called as brine. Okay, this brine means aqueous solution of NaCl. Okay, this brines means the aqueous solution of NaCl. So a tank is been taken out here. We have taken a tank here. Okay, and this chamber where chlor alkali method. Okay, chlor alkali method. It is chlor alkali. Let me write it properly. Chlor alkali method. Chlor alkali method. Here we are introducing brine in this chamber where two rods, that is one rod which is connected to the positive end of the battery, and one metal rod which is connected to the negative end of the battery. The positive end is known as anode and the negative end connected metal rod is known as cathode. Okay, here it is taken, and when brine is been passed out through it, what happens here? Due to electrolysis, here what will happen? NaCl plus H2O, which is water here. Okay, here what will happen? Cl will released out. Cl will released out, and as we know that water breaks up into HOH, and here NaCl will be breaked out into NaCl. Okay, so like this, what will happen on balancing this equation? We will get 2 NaCl. Okay, so here two water molecules will also be required out here. So here on reaction with it, what will happen? 2Cl plus H2 gas will be released out here. So what is left out here? Na plus and OH minus has been left out here. So both of these positive and negative ions get combined with each other to form NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Okay, and a thin membrane is used out here. A thin membrane is used out here, which protects the mixing back of Cl with sodium here. Okay, and the Na ions get attracted towards the cathode rod here, while the chloride ions which are produced out in the brine, they gets reacted, they gets attracted towards the anode electrodes. Okay, and due to this, what will happen? From the anode side, we will get chloride gas. Okay, we will get chloride gas, and from the cathode side, as Na and hydrogen. Okay, the hydrogen which is produced, though both are having positive nature, they will be attracted towards the cathode rod, and we will produce out here hydrogen gas. The left Na and OH, when they get in contact at this membrane part, then they will produce NaOH. Okay, and this NaOH will be taken out by the right hand side of this container. It is not necessary that it is taken out right hand side, but because if we are introducing brine from the left hand side, then the NaOH will be produced out from the left hand side. Okay, so what are the uses of the substances which we are provided here, which we are getting here? So you can see that here chlorine is been obtained, here hydrogen gas has been obtained, and here NaOH is also obtained by using NaCl. So here raw material is NaCl. Here raw material is NaCl, and we are preparing chlorine gas, hydrogen gas, and NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, a base. And as this base is mixed with water, therefore we are terming here the term as, we are using here the term as alkali. And as the chlorine gas is released out from here, we are terming this process as chloralkali method. Okay, we are terming this process as chloralkali method. So the significance of chloralkali is here that we are producing chlorine gas and NaOH dissolved in water. Therefore, we are terming this process as chloralkali method. Now, in this chloralkali method, the chlorine gas which is prepared, what is the use of this chlorine gas? So this chlorine gas is used as raw material for preparation of some other products also. They are used for water treatment. Okay, they are used for water treatment, for disinfecting the water. Okay, for disinfecting the water in the swimming pools. In the swimming pools, the swimming pool water has been mixed with chlorine gas in order to disinfect the water. Okay, next, in the PVC, polyvinyl chloride, for the preparation of polyvinyl chloride, for the preparation of different disinfectants, also for the production of CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. Okay, for the productions of some pesticides, and all this process we are using in the preparations of these different methods, we are using the chlorine gas. Where we are using this hydrogen gas, so hydrogen is used as fuel. Okay, nowadays we are using hydrogen as fuel, also for making the margarine. Okay, for making the margarine, for producing ammonia, NH3 ammonia, which is used for producing the fertilizers further. And more applications are there for ammonia. We can use ammonia for many other purposes also. And it has been used as what we call them as raw material for producing many more different chemicals also. Okay. Now, the last is the main product which we are producing here, that is our NaOH. As we are studying here that we are producing NaOH only, so the main product here which we are going to talk about is the NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So the sodium hydroxide which is produced out here, it is used for degreasing the metals. Okay, for degreasing the metals. What do you understand by degreasing? So you know that we use the grease between the moving metal parts, which protect them, and which reduces the friction between them and protect them from getting weared or teared, from getting broke up, or from having wear or tear due to higher friction rate there. Okay, for making soaps, we use NaOH in producing soaps and detergents also. Okay, we use NaOH in preparation of paper making, for making artificial fibers. Okay, in all this process we use NaOH. So these are the uses of our chlorine, hydrogen gas, and the NaOH, sodium hydroxide, which is produced by chloralkali method. Okay, so we will talk about the next or the next type of preparation, the next type of product which has been formed and which is important to in our daily life, in our next class, in which we are going to study about bleaching powder. Okay, we are going to study about bleaching powder, CaOCl2. We will see in the next class that how we are going to produce this bleaching powder. Okay, we are going to see how we are producing washing soda. Okay, we are going to see how we are going to produce this baking soda. Okay, and also we are going to see how we are producing plaster of Paris, PO. Okay, so all these preparations, the preparation of these different types of chemicals, which are generally prepared from the salts only. Okay, which are generally prepared from the salts. This type of products we are going to study and we will continue with this particular topic in the next class. So thank you for watching this video, and try to complete your copies with our videos only, and copy all the things which we are which we are teaching you in these videos. Okay. In further videos, I will give you the question and answers also for both the chapters, for the chapter 1 also and for the chapter 2 also. Okay. As um, I am knowing that many of the teachers have told you about that the pre midterm exams are very near. Okay, so try to prepare as soon as for that, and complete your copy as soon as possible. Okay, so thank you, and we will meet our in our next video.